Hey guys, it's Vaughn and I'm back with another braiding video. I know I've been braiding you guys to death. I've just been really excited about braids. I feel like it's braid season anyway as we go into the summer. Everyone's wearing protective styles and I am really partial to box braids, and you guys know lately once I learned how to do the feed-in method, that's all I've been doing. So I wanted to bring you guys a quick video today, not to show you how to do feed-in box braids because I've done a couple of other videos like that already. Today I'm really just sharing with you guys kind of a makeover, kind of a quarantine makeover, because I haven't really been doing a whole lot with myself these last couple of weeks since I've been kind of confined to the house by choice. So this video is kind of a mixture between kind of showing you guys how I did my hair, but also a little bit of motivation. I do feel a lot better because for one, I don't have to worry about my hair anymore. This is a really good protective style. But also I think, you know, fixing up your appearance can help with your mood and your confidence. And I did try a new approach with these feed-in box braids. I did them a lot longer than I normally would. As you guys can see, I really love the length. And I also decided to go jumbo. So I made them a lot bigger than I normally would. I used pre-stretched hair, but it took me a little while because I was kind of stretching it a little bit beyond because I wanted it to be just a little bit longer. They're still not as long as I wanted them to be because I wanted them to be really dramatic this time, but I think it still turned out really cute. You have to tell me what you think in the comments, but also you have to keep on watching so you can see how I did it. So yeah, this is kind of how I've been looking these last couple of weeks. My hair is not in a terrible state. It's just not styled and it doesn't look pretty, but it's moisturized and detangled, so at least that's going on. But here I am just kind of showing you guys the state of my hair. It's kind of shrunken, a little bit shriveled. So this is the hair that I'm going to be using. It's the Easy Braid pre-stretched hair. I showed you guys this in my last tutorial when I was doing my sister's hair. It's a lot of hair in this pack. I think it's like 6 little bundles, and I only ended up using probably like 4 of them. So it's quite a bit of hair. And again, I really like this hair for beginners because it is tangle proof, so it's really easy to manage. I'm separating my feed-in sections just like always. I'm using a whole lot more hair than I normally would because these are going to be jumbo. And also I wanted these braids to be super long, and I wasn't able to go out to the beauty supply to buy super long hair, so I'm just stretching what I already have and seeing if we can get to hip bone length, because that's kind of the goal for this look. So I'm just taking off my little headband that I've had on for like 2 days in a row and just kind of feeling around to see where I want my part to be. And so this time I definitely want to do a side part, so I'm just placing that there as like a reference point, and then I'm going to go ahead and take that part all the way to the back. So as I'm doing these parts, you guys, I am parting my hair into the bigger sections so that I can later come in and do the smaller sections that are actually going to become the braids. Now my hair is clean, but it wasn't freshly washed, so there was a little bit of product buildup on my scalp, and I noticed that once I started doing the parts. So I'm going to use my RS Hair Repair coconut and baobab oil just to kind of wake up that scalp a little bit and kind of create the illusion that it's super healthy at this moment. But yeah, I'm only going to leave these braids in for probably like 4 to 5 days. So once I take them down, I'll go ahead and wash my hair and kind of start over. But for right now, I'm like, I'm not about to wash my hair. I'm gonna go ahead and do these braids. So yeah, I guess this is kind of a pre-part method where you kind of just do all of your parts first and get that out of the way. And I'm so glad I did, honestly, because this took a while. You guys, it took like a whole hour just to do all of the parts using my little handheld mirror to kind of see the back. But I know my parts are not straight. Like, I tried my best, but this was really hard because the chunks are so much larger than doing like the smaller braids. So I was definitely struggling, but I was like, you know what, forget it, it'll be fine. But as I'm doing all of the braided sections, I'm going to hold them in place with little rubber bands. I know sometimes naturals really shy away from using rubber bands. Some of you guys are terrified about using rubber bands in your hair. Some of you guys like to dip them in oil first. I never really had a major issue because I don't put them on super tight, so I didn't have any problems taking them off this time around. But yeah, like if I was doing these braids on someone else's hair, I probably wouldn't even go through the trouble of pre-parting and everything, because it would have been just so much easier to really be able to see what I'm doing in the back and stuff. But in this case, I would not want to do it any other way. Like, I highly recommend like pre-parting your hair before attempting the jumbo braids if you're anything like me. And the parts are really important, especially with jumbo braids, because you can see it really easily, but it's just really hard to do large sections like this. For some reason, I was struggling, but I think I did okay, and I think it'll end up looking fine, especially when I apply the oil to my scalp and everything. It'll look pretty good, but yeah, just do what I can. All right, so once we get that part done, it's time to go ahead and move forward with braiding. I'm gonna go ahead and start in the back because that's a little bit more familiar for me and a little easier. So I'm just removing my rubber band very carefully, making sure not to cause any breakage on my hair. I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize with the product that I use all the time, my favorite edge tamer, and then I'm gonna use a sheen spray to finish everything once I'm all done. So here I am just applying that edge tamer to the roots, detangling, and then going ahead and starting with the feed-in braid. Now I'm not going to go into detail about how I do these braids because I have at least 3 other videos, 2 or 3 other videos showing you guys how I do this method. So check the description box below for links to those videos, but I won't bore you guys with the process once again because some of you guys have seen all of my braiding videos and you're like, we get it. So I'm just going to go ahead and braid all the way down, just braiding very carefully in the areas where I want to blend my real hair into the braiding hair. Normally when I do braids that are a lot smaller, I don't braid them all the way down to the end because they never really stay by the time it's time to dip them in the end. But since these braids are a lot larger, this process is presumably going to be a lot quicker. I think I can get away with it. Now when I finished the braid, I did everything I was supposed to do, the right way technically, but I was still a little bit nervous because I'm like, is this gonna even look good? These braids are so large. I had never done braids this large before. I didn't know if they were gonna look like really spacey, once I got done, if it was gonna look like, really unprofessional. So I wasn't really sure, you guys, but I just kept going because I'm like, you know what? The braid that I did looks good. It looks like it's been well executed. So let me just keep going and hopefully this thing will look good in the end. But you guys, I'm telling you, I had no idea. So a few things about this process that I hated, okay? I was so spoiled having the pre-stretched hair that I forgot how long this takes. Definitely drew the process out trying to stretch this hair out. And also my hands were really, really sore doing these braids because they're so thick and I just feel like I was using so many more muscles in my fingers. And so it was kind of a little bit uncomfortable to do these. And I was also struggling a little bit with the feed-in execution just because the sections of hair were so large. But, in the end, I think, she's still cute. They still turned out all right. The next time I do these, though, I'm definitely going to get pre-stretched longer hair. Once all of the quarantine stuff and everything has kind of subsided, I'm definitely going to go to the beauty supply store and get much longer hair and definitely attempt these again with straighter parts. And I kind of want to just practice the feed-in technique a little bit more, especially at the roots, just to have it be more of a flawless application with the hair and everything. But practice makes perfect, so this will definitely do for now, especially just being all around the house. Either way, this is absolutely a major upgrade from how I was walking around the house here before. So I really love the way that it came out. You guys have to tell me what you think, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.